know him from the Smiley Morning Show. Now he's got his own show. Radio Theology is on ZPL. Here's Pub Pastor Darren.
Top of the morning to you, Indiana. It's time for Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Brian and Lisa. And hey, it's a beautiful morning. Probably not. It's actually, I'm not going to start our show off with lies.
No.
It's cold.
Yeah, fall came.
It's
here.
Fall came, and I think winter somehow jumped in a backpack and showed up. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I'm embracing it. I love it. I like the layers. I got a new pair of boots this week.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's good. I think it has a lot to do with expectations.
Yeah.
I think that's what threw us for a loop there at the beginning of fall. It's like, it's fall. Sweaters, football, campfires. And then it was like 90.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to do the pumpkin spice latte thing
when you're sweating.
It's
true. Yeah, when the temperature outside is the same temperature as your drink.
It
just doesn't work. No.
Also, they're gross. Anyway,
yeah,
carry on.
What is pumpkin spice? That's a topic for a whole other show.
I tried to get one this week.
Yeah.
I was feeling folly. I was in Starbucks, and I was looking at it, and I was like, I read about it.
Yeah.
I like pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I love the pumpkin pie.
I like pumpkin cobbler.
Mm-hmm. Pumpkin cobbler? What's that all about?
It's a pumpkin. My wife makes this pumpkin thing. It's got little,
like a
sugary
crumble, maybe?
Crumble. Yeah, like a crumble.
Okay, I'll accept a crumble.
Okay.
I don't know about a cobbler
What?
with pumpkin as the core ingredient.
What kind of cobbler are you after?
I feel like a cobbler is more like a blueberry or a cherry, kind of like a...
Rhubarb.
So you're saying like a sweet type substance mixed in with like crunchy,
I grew up on the farm.
Crunchy crumblers.
Yeah.
So just
pumpkin's kind of sludgy.
No, all I'm saying is you just take the same thing and just substitute pumpkin in. Amazing. Boom.
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, I'm going to try that next week.
Yeah, okay.
It'll
But
change your life.
you're in line at Starbucks. You're waiting. You're debating the PSL.
Yeah.
And you can't.
Oh, I just was like,
Can't do it.
last time I did that, I was like, nah.
It's not that good.
Yeah.
Calm down,
You're like, I'll just have
everyone.
my basic Americano, please.
That's where I'm at.
Boring but reliable.
Yeah, it
That's right.
never disappoints.
No.
We try not to either right here on Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music.
Good segue right there.
Well, I'm a professional.
Yeah, that's right.
Lisa, you had an expectation that went awry. You tried to go to Bongi's this week.
Yes.
I've always heard of this, this famous restaurant thing.
Where's that,
Right.
Pendleton or
Pendleton-ish, Anderson-ish,
Yeah.
some teeny tiny town right near there, Bongi's Tavern.
Okay.
And we had been hearing about it since I moved here 9.5 years ago
Wow.
from our neighbor.
Yeah.
Over and over and over, we got to go to Bongi's.
Yeah.
Finally, we get the babysitter. We make the plans. We get to Bongi's full. They're like, we can't seat you. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Because you're supposed to get there early and tailgate all night, and then they just bring you inside and plop your feet in.
By early, you thought 6, but early is like 3 in the afternoon.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we were like way late.
Yeah.
But then we're like, well, what are we going to do? We're packed for tailgating, and now we are expecting this really good lawn chair, cozy blanket, tailgate situation.
Yeah.
So what we did was circled the cars right on up in the parking lot at Hamilton Town Center, and we tailgated right there in the parking lot of a restaurant.
You can tailgate in the parking lot of a restaurant?
You know what? I have it on very good authority. I called a police officer friend who shall remain nameless in case he's a liar that that's not illegal as long as you're not being jerks. We're like, we are never jerks.
Wow.
So we sat there and had the best time. So good that when our table was ready, we're like, Ashley, hostess, can you bump us down to the bottom of the list again so we can stay out here a little longer?
You extended the wait?
Yes.
So you're saying that for all these years, you go to a restaurant like it's going to be an hour wait, and you get dejected and depressed and sit there listening to the music and just being bored.
Yeah.
You're saying it's legal to go back out and have a tailgate party
Yes.
prior to going in?
I think I might permanently pack tailgating supplies in my car no matter what.
I love it.
Right? Why would we not? Why is nobody doing this?
Wow. Listen, I hope we're just here to serve you.
Yeah.
So this week, if you all of a sudden some expectations fall off,
Yeah.
you're expecting a party and it gets canceled, hey, you can parking lot tailgate at any time in life.
You heard
That's
it
right.
on the radio.
I like it. I like it.
Don't you love it?
Stick with us all morning long. Here's Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music, and tailgating tips.
Woo!
Kanye West is not perfect, but he says, Jesus Christ is King. In Interessante, my friends. Welcome back to Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. And if you've been in social media at all this week, you can't get away from Kanye's new album, Jesus is King.
Right.
I've listened to it. I like it. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
A lot of mixed opinions, right? He's been on Jimmy Kimmel. He's been on a late night show with
James Corden.
He's been everywhere promoting the album. And here's my deal. It's the whole thing is like, oh, this is fake, or Kanye can't really change. And I'm like thinking to myself, well, yeah, he can.
Right.
Like if I can change, if anybody can change, then why can't Kanye change? And he's not even saying like, hey, by the way, I'm perfect. He's just saying, hey, what I've discovered is that God loves me and that I want my life to be about Christ.
Yeah. Right. Well, and I love all the Christians that are coming out right now, just roasting him for every little thing he says and does.
Yeah.
It drives me up the wall.
Yeah, are they roasting him for like the music or the 180, or is it the baggage of stuff he's said in the past and they're like, okay, we know that Jesus has forgiven you, but that's still
there's still explicit lyrics online with your name on them.
It still happened. Yeah, well, like, what do you think they're roasting him about?
That's interesting, Ryan, that it's like, I get sure the Jesus thing, but remember, what about that album? What about these things you said? Like, imagine your life. Imagine trying to be Kanye West.
Ugh.
Let's say it's all.
That came out wrong.
That was a very honest sigh. Oh.
No, I don't mean for his life. I wouldn't mind being. I mean, come on to Kim Kardashian. I mean,
come on now.
I could think of worse things.
Sure.
I'm just saying, the stress and like scrutiny that he's getting.
Yeah.
Like, we're all trying to do our best. Here in Radio Theology, we happen to be followers of Jesus. And we say, hey, we're not perfect. Trust us, we're not perfect.
Right.
But Jesus is, and he's forgiven us, and we're trying to figure out how to do life and become the person that we were created to be.
Yeah.
I can't imagine trying that and then having millions of people remind you of why that's not possible because of all the crap you've done in the past or how ridiculous you were. And Kanye has been pretty ridiculous. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying what he's saying. Evidently, Jesus is king, and I agree with that, right? It's Radio Theology, a weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor here with Ryan and Lisa. Talking about Kanye. Jesus is King, new album just came out, blowing up.
Yeah.
Controversy all over the place. What do we lose? What do we lose by going, hey, you know what? We're rooting for you, Kanye. Good for you, bro.
Right. Nothing. We lose nothing. Right? What do you think, Ryan? You got a weird look on your face.
I know. I'm listening to us, and then I'm remembering things I've read that people have said on Facebook, which is the number one verified source of information.
Yes, all things true on the internet.
I've watched. What's funny is I've done everything except listen to the album.
Oh,
I'm realizing that I've done everything except listen to the album.
Yeah,
I've seen the carpool karaoke that he does with James Corden, which is great, by the way. He's on a plane. His entire Sunday service choir is with him, and it's like, I'm a musician. It's amazing music.
Yeah.
But the interviews in between are really poignant, and it appears very sincere and heartfelt and real.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Well, here's what I'm thinking about this, is that if someone would have followed me around and the millions of people and all the scrutiny, when I first realized that God was calling me, like God called Kanye, I was in junior high, and if you were going to ask me about it, like, I wouldn't even know how to talk about it. And so I feel like that's a little bit where Kanye is. He's doing the best he can, even trying to explain the life change. It's probably a mystery to him because God's so awesome, you know?
Yeah.
I agree, Lisa. Here's what I think it is. I think it's that we don't like to embrace the thought that people are slowly getting healthy. We want them to just be healed. Just be perfect.
Yep. Miracle.
Poof. Magic trick.
Yep.
And he ain't a magic trick. He's Kanye West. But guess what? Neither are you. Let's dig into it next here on Radio Theology. Is it okay for Kanye West or you or your neighbor or your kid or someone in your life, is it okay for them to be in a process of getting healthy, or do they have to be totally healed, cured, fixed, or perfect for you to say, you know what, their faith is authentic or I can accept them? Wow. Deep questions this morning.
Whoa!
On Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. You guys, I don't know, we've talked about the past month. It's like there's this new great awakening of spiritual stuff in media. We got the Biebs. We've got Selena Gomez. We've got Demi Lovato getting baptized. We got Florida Georgia Line bringing Chris Tomlin on stage to lead worship. And now we got Kanye West dropping Jesus is King, his album out. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's not without some major controversy.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people are throwing stones and, I mean, just kind of questioning, is this real? Is this authentic? Which I don't think is anything new under the sun. Like, it's happened before.
It has. Anytime somebody gets famous or somebody has a past, like, we can go all the way to the Bible.
Yeah.
Right. You go to the Bible, you got this guy named Saul who oversaw the killing of Christians right after Jesus was resurrected, went back into heaven. Then Saul has this huge life change moment with Jesus, but a lot of Christians are like, watch out, that bro used to kill people.
Yeah, right. So like
it's
Saul,
nothing
like
new.
gonna murder us. Saul
Yeah.
is now a
That guy?
Christian. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So I think there's some people rooting for it. Hey, it's awesome. The influence they could have. Like we did the math. The social media followership, right, of the Biebs, Selena Gomez, and Kanye. What was the number, Lisa?
308 million
Wow.
followers combined.
And I'm sure there's some overlap there.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
still, they influence 308 million people. So I think there's some groups of people that are like, awesome, great. We hope they do great stuff. Then there's a whole nother group of millions of people. It's fake. It's stupid. It's a publicity stunt. He can't change. Look at all his old lyrics. And it's like, what is our goal here? Is our
Right.
goal we want everybody to stay as they are? Or you got to be perfect for me to really feel like you have changed?
Yeah.
Like, why can't we just embrace he's in process just like we are? Radio Theology, a weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. I don't know, guys. I mean, are you healed? Are you perfect? Or are you in the process of getting healthy?
I was just going to say that I think we have such a hard time with it because we also want miracles and quick fixes and healing for ourselves. We want to be healed. I want to be healed because it's no secret that I've been carrying some stuff. If you're listening to our Behind the Mic podcast or you're on our email list and following social, I am carrying some bad things that are heavy and painful. Emotional things, yes. And so I was meeting with a friend. I was like, oh my gosh, but when I get healthy, this is what I want my life to look like. And when I get healthy, then this. And she's like, no, you're healthy. You're as healthy as you can be because you're naming your emotions. You're in counseling. You're doing all the things that you can do. She's like, you're not going to reach 100% healed till you get to heaven. So you're going to have to do the best you can now and stay on the road to health and healing instead of just, oh, forget it. I'm not healed. Then I'm done.
Yeah, I think we want to be perfect. We don't want to deal with the process, and we want it to happen now. I mean, the same thing happens. It's mental, emotional, physical. How awesome would it be just to like try harder and be like, 40 pounds, I lost it. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Like tomorrow. It doesn't work like that.
No.
It's a process. So it's a process for Kanye. It's a process for you, Lisa. It's a process for you listening right now. Here's the deal, though. How can we stay encouraged and actually passionate about the process towards health and not be discouraged by not seeing it in an instant? We're digging into it next. Don't go anywhere. Radio Theology, a weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. I got a question for you guys. A question.
What's up, man?
If God were to make you perfect for right now, you could still screw it up, okay? But if you could be healed from whatever is ailing you now, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, would you stay in the relationship with God or be like, appreciate it, gotta go, bye?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Well, let's answer it. Radio Theology, a weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music.
We're diving in.
Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. And I've been thinking about, guys, we were talking this morning about Kanye and all the different, music stars, people that are saying that they're saved, they're following Jesus, which I love. I'm for it all. I'm even for it all if in 6 months Kanye goes crazy and does something super stupid.
Right.
Because guess what I've been doing for the entire time that I've been following Jesus?
Gone crazy and done something super stupid.
There you go. Right? Like, I'm genuinely following Jesus, but I'm still human.
Right.
And I often get frustrated with God, with whatever the struggles that I deal with, right, regularly. You've got things that it's like, man, did I really do that thing again? And how many times have you prayed like, God, just take it away, heal me, help me never to do that again. I never want to drink too much. I never want to do this too much. I never want to spend too much, whatever your thing is. And it's like, God, why don't you just take it away? Just fix me, cure me, so I don't do this again. And here's what I think one of the reasons God doesn't do it for me, maybe for you too, is I think if I could just be poof, cured in a minute, I think I'm selfish enough that I'd say, thanks, God, and I would walk away from the relationship.
Ooh. What would that look like?
Well, what it would look like is just put a timer on how long it's going to take me to once again break my life.
Mm-hmm. And then you just have to go back
Just
again
have to
and
go
be like,
back.
hey, sorry I left you. Thanks. Remember you did that. Can you do that again?
Yes. Could you hit me with the magic stick again and poof, fix it?
Yeah.
Instead of understanding like, no, it's in the relationship with you,
Right.
in the midst of the struggle, the process towards health, that I'm going to actually get to the place where I learn how to and why not to choose the things that are breaking my life.
Ooh.
If he just hits me with the magic wand, I don't think I ever learn. I'm just say, thanks for not having to deal with the consequences. Got to go.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, there's a difference between treating God like a genie and treating him like the loving father that he is.
Good point, Rhino. That is why I love you. Right here on Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor here with Ryan and Lisa. And Ryan, I mean, don't you think we do that often? We want him to be like a genie or like a cosmic Santa Claus?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I know in my life, I just want things the way that I want them, and I want them really quickly, and that's it, you know?
Right.
And so when spiritually, I think God operates on a totally different time scale than we does, because he is outside of time, if you think about it. Like, God's eternal. We're not. We're temporal. Like, we're constrained to time right now.
Oh, you're using so many big words.
I know.
It was
I'm just-
very, very,
Wow.
very good. You're
Thank
very
you.
educated.
Thank you.
Let's take it down a notch. Your kid.
Sure,
Can
yeah.
you imagine with your own kids?
Right.
If it was like, no, Dad, I don't really want a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship with you, Dad.
Right.
Just give me what I want.
Yeah, just house me, feed me. I'm going to look at my iPad mindlessly over here. I'm not even going to acknowledge that you're in the room. As a dad, that makes me be like, oh, that stinks. I want to be with you. I want to be present with you. I want to hold you. I want to look at you. I want you to enjoy this.
And I think for all of us as parents, when our kids do things that hurt them, like we don't want to necessarily take all the consequences away from it, because we're like, I want you to grow, become healthy and strong and wise,
Yes.
so you can live the best life possible.
Totally.
Not because I want you to stay in the pain,
No.
but because I'm trying to bring you to a place of wisdom and strength and joy.
Our little 5-year-old Olivia, this morning, she comes into the bathroom. We're all getting ready, and she goes, I just want to give you guys both a hug. That was
Aw.
it.
Yeah.
No motive, no agenda other than let's be together. I want to express my love for you. And I think that's what God is after for me in my life, for us and ours, is he's just like, he wants us to come in the room and be like, hey, I love you.
Yeah. So you're just saying what God needs this morning is a bathroom hug.
Yeah, that's it. He's just up there brushing his teeth. They're already perfect,
Yep.
but he's brushing them still.
Happy Sunday morning, ladies, and I bet you could use just a little peace for your soul. Maybe you dudes, too. I don't want to exclude you. That's why I'm glad you're on Radio Theology. We've got this segment we call Lisa's Pieces. It's time to jump in to...
Okay, I'm going to bring you guys back to probably about 4 years ago when I started really wrestling with the question, like, why is it so hard to be authentic? Why can't we just
I'm glad this is
be
about
ourselves?
you. When you said I'm taking you back 4 years, something I did, I was like, I can't remember what I had for lunch. I thought we were going to get quizzed, Ryan.
Yeah,
No,
I don't even
no,
know what
no.
day it is.
No,
We're going
this
back
is
in your journey, in your brain.
in my brain. So, yes, so I have a new
Awesome.
baby,
Okay.
and a Facebook friend from like a high school guy that I barely knew then reached out and said, hey, my wife is starting this, I'm just going to call it magic berry juice. I don't remember what it was. Some kind of MLM, you know, your
Magic berry juice.
I don't know.
Are we on acid right now? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so like 31 or
like
it's
the peer-to-peer sales
the direct
stuff.
sales.
She's selling
okay.
juice for people.
She's selling magic berry juice.
Okay.
But he's saying, "Hey, my wife is selling magic berry juice and she's loved it so
Yes.
much because it allows her to actually raise our daughter instead of sending her to daycare to have someone else raise her."
Okay.
You mean like the business has
The
allowed
business.
her not to have to pay for
Hey,
daycare?
yes.
Okay, all right.
Gut punch to a working mom whose daughter had been in daycare all day, every day since she was 5 months old.
Gotcha.
Okay, so trigger some kind of shame spiral. And so this is where Brene Brown comes in. She's an expert at vulnerability and shame, and she has helped me with this. And this is her authenticity mantra. It is, don't puff up, don't shrink back, stand your holy ground.
I like it. Radio Theology, weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. And Lisa, so you're saying that when you get triggered in that moment, because I can get that.
Yeah.
You're there. You're trying to make ends meet, working,
Yeah.
and then somebody comes through and we've done this because we're better parents.
Yeah.
Triggered, not sure what to do. Brene Brown's helping you.
Right, exactly. So if I was going to puff up in that moment, it would have been like, oh, excuse me? You know what? I don't know if you've ever heard of this huge radio network that I'm on. It's on in 3 states, and I'm on the morning show. So let your wife know when she's ready to actually change lives. I can tell her all about it.
Boom. That's a puff up answer.
Puff up.
Okay.
Shrink back is, oh my gosh, you're so right. my kid is going to be ruined, and then I just sit in the shame
terrible,
spiral.
I'm bad, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Got it.
The holy ground part, stand your holy ground is congratulations on your marriage and your kid. I am so glad everything's working out for you. I'm really happy with my work right now, and I'm glad you thought of me. That's it.
That sounds good.
Right. That's easy.
That is easy.
What did I actually say in the moment?
I don't
Nothing. I still haven't responded.
Yeah.
He's still probably sitting by his Facebook waiting for me, but
This
I
entire
didn't
time.
know it then. But in every moment when you're feeling triggered and shamed and maybe you're feeling guilty, just figure out how to stand your holy ground. I know that's a big topic and there's lots to dive into it, but I wrote about it and we'll share it on our Facebook page today. So make sure you're following us on radiotheology.com.
I love it, Lisa. Listen, I know we talk about stuff sometimes. We're not just talking about fart jokes, whatever. We get deep into life because we want you to know that your life has been created on purpose and for a purpose, and help you make steps in that. So if you love what Lisa said, but you just need to think about it deeper, head over to IamMotherOfTheYear.com. She's got 4,000 moms that are coming together, helping each other in this whole life journey. So go check it out right now at IamMotherOfTheYear.com and stick with us on Radio Theology. I'll be honest, guys, I can't wait every week to read news stories. So at the end of it, I can just say to myself,
Lord have mercy.
Welcome back to Radio Theology, a weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. Jump on social. We're going to post a lot of these videos and some stories. Go to radiotheology.com or on Instagram, Facebook, all of it, and we'll share these. We're going to start off, guys, in Brazil, where a man had a little misguided attempt to take care of some cockroaches in his backyard.
Okay.
Had a cockroach problem. His wife was very scared of him. He said, honey, I got it, no problem. Cut to the camera of him in the garage thinking, what could I use? There's gasoline.
All right.
He goes in his backyard. To, I guess, maybe the cockroach hole, which I don't know how you find a cockroach hole, pours a bunch of gas down the hole.
Nice.
Okay.
And we're going to post the video, and then begins lighting matches and throwing them towards the hole.
Thinking, I'm going to light these
gonna
bad
burn 'em
boys
up.
on fire. They're
Yeah.
going to be
I'm gonna burn 'em
torched.
out.
Yep. Smoke them out.
I believe it's on the third match. He doesn't smoke anything out as far as the cockroaches. He explodes his entire backyard.
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
The entire backyard explodes.
That's so great.
And after the explosion, you can still see in the video some cockroaches running. You know what
No.
I mean?
Oh,
I'm
man.
sure as they were finding a new home
Gosh.
after he had blown up his entire backyard,
So
they said to
great.
themselves in cockroach,
Lord have mercy.
Lisa, what do you got?
Oh my gosh, you guys, we're going to Japan,
All right.
where there is a man who, it's hard to say, clipped his toenails for a year and saved them,
Okay.
Already gross.
The plot
right,
thickens.
in an effort to make the diamond the center stone for an engagement ring.
What?
He was
Yeah.
going to make.
So he had the
stone.
silver ring, which he made himself out of actual silver. He thought, instead of a diamond, I will use what I have available to me, which were his toenail clippings.
He gave his fiance a toenail diamond?
Yes, except here's how he did it. So he put them all.
I don't want to know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you anyway. He put them all in the blender. That did not give him a good enough consistency.
Oh, my gosh.
So he had to grind them up. So he ground them all up and then mixed them in a pan with water. And then he put it in the oven for 90 minutes and baked it
No,
into some kind of form and then
This is
pressed it
repulsive.
into the diamond look
Gosh.
and put it right there in the center stone where that goes.
No, we got to move on. I
Okay.
can't do it.
So weird.
For the woman, for just say it. Lord
have mercy.
Ryan, take us home.
All right, you guys. So there's an Instagram account called Passenger Shaming. All right, so someone over in the UK posted a picture of this dude who took the opportunity to be on a flight with hundreds of other people trapped
Yes.
in an aluminum tube.
Yes.
Sure.
To dry his socks
Oh,
on the window.
no.
You know, a little shade thing that you can pull
yeah.
down?
Yeah.
So he wedged his socks up there. I don't know why they were wet. Maybe
Well,
this
that's
is just
exactly why. Are they sweaty wet?
maybe it's just average foot sweat.
They're going to be sweaty wet.
Maybe he stepped in a puddle.
Maybe he was
don't
hanging out
know.
with toenail clipper diamond guy.
Maybe he just loves hanging up his socks wherever he can. I
get
don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
But
I
someone
get it.
someone clipped.
Someone clipped.
I'm still on the toenails. Someone took a picture of this dude and they're like, I can't believe this disgusting pig. And they just roast this guy.
Mm-hmm.
For all of humanity, and specifically these three stories
Yes,
today,
yes.
we offer a heartfelt.
Oh,
Lord, have mercy.
We say it every week here on Radio Theology. God is for you, not against you. He is near you, not far away from you. and He's created you on purpose and for purpose. It's Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. And man, thank you so much for listening this morning. If you missed any of the show and you want us to hang out with you through the week, we release a podcast every week. Just go to the Radio Theology podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, and you can have the content wherever and whenever you want. And one of the things, guys, we believe about God being near to you is that He speaks to you every day in everyday type of ways. And Ryan, you were having a gig up at, was it Prime 47?
Yeah, up in Carmel.
Mm-hmm. And you're playing music, having a great time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the still small voice of God said, "Hey, buddy, I got a little something for you. Tell us a story."
Just wrecked me. Yeah, so it's at the end of the night. It's me and maybe 10 people there still in the bar. And they asked me to play one of my own songs. And so I did. And it was this really cool moment of all of us just being in the moment together. And I saw the bartender get moved. He can be kind of an emotional guy. And he was just like, he was moved by it. And anytime I've led worship or at any of my other shows that I do, if I see someone really connecting with me in the moment of performing, it moves me, and it's hard to keep it together because I live in the world of I've got to knock this performance out of the park here.
Nothing better than trying to cry and sing at the same time.
Oh, dude, it's just like everyone else can cry, but if the worship leader is bawling, then everybody's like, "What are we doing here?" But anyway, so it's my song. I see the bartender get moved. I see some other people get moved. And I, because they're getting moved, I start to get moved. And I hear in my voice while I'm singing. So I'm hearing my own voice singing. I hear God come in and He's like, "It's been a really long week, hasn't it, Rye?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, you had to call me by my name."
And not just your name, like your nickname.
Yeah.
That's the sweetest.
It's been a really long week, hasn't it?
Oh,
Radio
Yes,
Theology,
it
your
has
weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor here with Ryan and Lisa. And Ryan, I want to talk about that because you're saying you actually believe that God is alive and that He actually speaks to you.
Yeah.
And when God speaks to you, it's actually usually your voice in your head.
Yeah.
But it's usually loving, and it's something that you wouldn't have been thinking in that moment.
Yeah, it didn't sound like my audible voice, but I've heard this voice before that it's a quiet, it's a calm voice.
Yeah.
It's usually a very composed voice. Like there's no chaos in this voice.
Yeah.
It's like, "It's been a really long week, hasn't it?" And it was just tender, and it was just, and it was like, "Okay, Lord, just let me get through the chorus. Hold on. Just wait till we're in the car."
Cannot feel yet.
Yeah. It had been a really tough week for you.
It had been a tough week. We've been going through some stuff as a family, and we're getting through that. But it was just like, in that moment, it was just such and I want to say this, it was a very powerful word. It was like the perfect word, and there was nothing after that. It was just a realization of like, it was almost like an arm came around my shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like, "It's been a really long week, hasn't it, Rye?"
I love that so much.
It's just the Holy Spirit doing His thing.
Dang.
I love it. Listen, maybe you need to hear that this morning. Maybe you've had a really long week, really long year maybe. We want you to know that God's for you, not against you, and He is near you, not far away from you. And He does actually want to speak to you every day in everyday type of ways. Hope that encourages you. If it does, we'd love to hear from you at radiotheology.com this morning. And stick with us. We'll be back here on Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Hey, guys, you ever got somewhere where, like, you look back and you're like, "Great is thy faithfulness. I know the hymn, like God was faithful back then," right? Mm-hmm. And I've got these hopes and dreams. Yes, praise the Lord. Let me pray for the future of my kids and me. Mm-hmm. But right now, today, on Sunday, November 3rd, I'm really struggling to figure out where God is at right now. If you're there, join the party. It's Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and Darren. Faith, hope, love, and Darren. Wow. No.
You are welcome.
No. Faith, hope, love, and music. I'm Pastor Darren. Listen, we're professionals here.
Faith, hope, love, and Darren.
It's me, guys.
It's me.
Darren again.
I'm the gift. Faith, hope, love, and music with Pastor and Ryan and Lisa. Lisa, talk to us about the realization that you can see God in the past, you can see God in the future, but you struggle to see Him right now.
You only see yourself in the present, like right now. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my gosh, no. I was leading worship on Sunday at church last Sunday, and there was the worship leader said this prayer, and that's exactly what he said. He's like, "God, forgive us for even seeing your faithfulness, in the past, and in praying and in faith for the future, but missing what you're doing right now." And that hit me like a ton of bricks, and so I basically cried the entire song. I tried a couple times to put the mic up to my mouth, and I was like, "Just forget it." It was just like Game over, done. I just stood there wiping my tears on the stage.
Yes.
It was this very beautiful and raw and wonderful moment.
Right.
I'm just going to claim it as
It's
that.
good. I'm glad it happened to you, not me.
For sure. Yes. But the point was that,
okay?
that was God reminding me, I'm here right now.
Wow, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm here. We're doing it, and it doesn't feel like it because I've been feeling all of these growing pains, but I don't view them as growing pains. I view them as pain. And then I feel alone.
Like they're negative. So if this is negative, God must not be here.
God must not be here.
Ooh, that is a tricky one. Radio Theology, a weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa. And yeah, Lisa, I think when we're in a place of we're maybe moving towards health, we're making strides, but there's not a period on the sentence. It's not done. It's not wrapped up in a little bow. It's kind of like, man, God, are you in the struggle? Are you in the wrestle? That's why I love in the Old Testament when God changes Isaac's name or changes Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He changes Jacob's name to Israel. There we go.
Got it.
Even I have problems with Bible memory, right? When he changes Jacob's names to Israel, Israel literally means wrestles with God. Mm-hmm. And so the name in which God even claimed his whole people was this idea that, hey, guess what? We're going to wrestle in the now.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it feels like. But it was such a good reminder that, God is near you, but God is near you now. He's right here now. And it just kind of helped open my eyes to start looking for the ways that God is and start naming them. Where am I seeing God now?
I love it. Listen, if that's hitting you right now, we want you to take a next step. And the next step is we want you to reach out to us on social. Maybe we can pray for you in a specific way of how you could see God right now. Reach out to us on radiotheology.com, or if you want a little bit of a deeper conversation, head over to wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, wherever, and just search for the Radio Theology Podcast. We release a deeper dive conversation each week that takes these subjects we're talking about and just takes it a little bit deeper and applies it to your life. We think it would help you, and maybe bring a little bit more hope, faith, and love into your life. And that's what we're here to do. And we appreciate the opportunity we had to be a part of your life every single Sunday morning, right here on Radio Theology, a weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. We say it every week. You were created on purpose and for purpose, and we've got a resource to help you unlock a lot of that purpose. Right here on Radio Theology, your weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor Darren here with Ryan and Lisa, joined by our good friend, Ray Hilbert. Ray from Truth at Work. Ray, welcome to Radio Theology.
Hey, it's great to be here.
You guys have your annual conference coming up, which is called what?
It's called the Truth at Work Conference.
Oh, well, that was pretty simple.
Very creative.
We worked really hard on that.
Yeah. Wow.
Hours.
Yeah. November 8th, it's going to be up at Northview Church up in Carmel. And you guys have thousands of business leaders a part of Truth at Work and the roundtables. And you this conference every year. It's just an absolute power-packed day of amazing, inspirational content. What's the lineup look like this year?
Yeah, so we're really blessed again this year, Darren, to have an amazing lineup from ranging from Frank Harrison, who's the CEO of Coca-Cola Consolidated. They're the largest manufacturer and distributor of Coke products in America today. John Acuff, 6-time New York Times bestselling author, is just an amazing communicator. I'm really excited. We're going to be hearing from Megan Alexander, who's a featured correspondent from CBS's Inside Edition.
Ooh, Inside Edition.
And then for our sports and football fans, we have the chaplain of the Alabama Crimson Tide football team, Jeremiah Castile. He's going to rock the house. He is amazing.
Roll Tide.
I wonder if he's their secret to victory. They're like, it's not about the talent. It's about our chaplain.
Right.
Is this conference, Ray, do you have to be a business leader to go, or is this for anybody?
No, it really is for anybody. While it's called the Truth at Work Conference, our theme this year is called Eternal Business, Real Life. And what's going to happen at this event is these speakers are going to talk about what does it look like to live your life and lead your organization or your department or even your family with a kingdom perspective. But how does that play out in terms of real life? That while we've got eternity in mind, we've got real deadlines, we've got real pressures, we've got real whiny employees, we've got real things that we're dealing with. So this amazing lineup of speakers are going to help us learn how to work through those tensions and balance points.
Where can people get tickets for the event?
Yeah, real easy. The tickets are on a donation basis. When someone goes to register, they can buy a ticket or get a ticket at any cost, including free, if finances are a challenge for them. They just go to truthatwork.org/conference. That's truthatwork.org/conference.
It's Radio Theology, weekly dose of faith, hope, love, and music. Pastor here with Ryan and Lisa, talking to Ray Hilbert from Truth at Work. They got a huge conference coming up November 8th. We want you to know about 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can get tickets at truthatwork.org/conference. And we got a call, line one. It's Coop.
Yeah, so tell me more about this, Truth at Work conference. What is this all about?
Oh, hey, is this Coop, our life coach friend from Carmel?
Yeah, what's up, bro? How you doing? I was just doing my yoga and heard you guys on the radio interrupt my very peaceful meditation and was kind of triggered by what you're talking about. Just wanted some more information, if that's cool.
Yeah, how were you triggered?
Well, so I don't really believe in, truth or, honestly, work. I think they're both, primitive social constructs. And
Right.
I just, how do you have a conference with both truth when truth is totally relative and work that is, totally, outdated and a thing of the past?
Right, I understand, Coop. I mean, Ray, can you help him out? I mean, maybe this is the exact conference on November 8th, that Coop would need to go to, maybe for a fresh start.
Yeah, well, Coop, I would just ask, is finding purpose to your life and work and really having a big picture behind what you're doing, if that's important, then I think you can discover that at this event.
Okay, the most important question I have is there lunch?
The event ends at 1, but we'll give you some great snacks in the middle of the day to hold you over. Does that sound okay?
Okay, good. Yeah, because I'm totally vegan, gluten-free, non-denominational, all that stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll see you guys there. This sounds like a blast.
I appreciate it, Coop. Listen, hey, if you come, you can go to truthatwork.org/conference. You can register, and if you come, I'll buy your lunch, Coop.
Oh, my gosh, that sounds amazing. That really means a lot. Deuces, guys. See you there.
It's the thought of the day with Pastor Darren.
All right, let's play a game of Would You Rather. Are you ready? Here we go. Would you rather get healthy or get healed? I mean, think about it. Think about your 2019 weight loss goals, the ones you set 11 months ago, right? Have you reached those goals? And if you haven't, my guess is that at this moment, you'd rather just get healed of weight gain rather than get healthy. And I don't blame you. I mean, how awesome would it be to just pray hard enough and wish hard enough, and you'd wake up tomorrow, you'd lose 40 pounds, you'd magically have Carrie Underwood's legs, maybe J-Lo's butt. I could even have The Rock's biceps. I like it, right? I mean, get me healed every day today. Unfortunately, it seems that's not the way that God set the world up to work. The reality is, if you're just sitting around waiting to get quote-unquote healed from the weight you need to lose, you're going to be waiting a while because you're waiting for a magic trick, not a process towards health. Well, the same truth applies to other areas of your life, like your relationships with your parents or your spouse or even yourself. You see, emotional, mental, and spiritual health, they work much the same way. You might be thinking, well, Darren, listen, I think that sucks, and I wish God would be more powerful in my life and maybe a little more quick with the healings. Well, I get it. I do too. However, it's not that God doesn't have the power to just heal you of the emotional or mental or even spiritual issues that you face. It's just that I think he's more interested in growing a relationship with you than he is doling out healings like some kind of cosmic slot machine or online doctor. See, we tell you every week here on Radio Theology that God is for you, not against you, and that he is near you, not far away. And I absolutely believe that's true. And God is absolutely committed to powerfully helping you embrace the process of becoming who you were born to be. But it is a process towards maturity, not a one-time magic trick. And I know that can be discouraging, maybe even a little depressing at times, because I know what it means. It means that the immeasurably more that you're hoping and maybe even imagining that God would do in your life, it's probably going to happen measurably slow. The truth is, measurably slow is probably the most loving thing God could do. Because if I'm honest, which I try my best to do, I think if I could just run up to God and get an instant healing, an instant cure, an instant fix, I think I would take it and run. And I'm not sure I would stick around for the relationship. I think I'm selfish enough that I would take my healing and go on with my life and forget the fact that I was actually created to be in an ongoing, growing, and loving relationship with God. And I also know that as I ran away from God, it wouldn't take me long to break myself again. Whether it's in the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual areas of my life, I would break myself again. So, if you woke up this morning, you still got 20 pounds to lose, or you still need to forgive your ex-husband, or you still need to grow in controlling your anger with your kids or your patience with your coworkers, be encouraged, friend, because it's a process, not a magic trick. God has invited you into a process of getting healthy even if this morning you didn't get healed. This is Pastor Darren Earlywine, and that's been your Radio Theology Thought of the Day.